Welcome, racing fans, to Motorsports Radio, MR2 NASCAR Xfinity Series racing on Saturday. So now, we'll get it going with the Motorsports Radio breakdown. It was the Ticket Galaxy 200 elimination race from Phoenix, 200 laps, 200 miles. No Xfinity Series drivers have won any race in the round of 8. Everyone relying on points because there are Sprint Cup drivers in there. My goodness, messing things up a little bit. Sprint Cup driver Kyle Rowdy Busch, the pole sitter on Saturday. Eric Jones starts in second, Ryan Reed in third, Blake Cook fourth, Darrell Bubba Wallace Jr. in fifth. Kathy Ranklin sang the national anthem, and green flag in the air at 7:46 p.m. Eastern time with 18, 20, 16, 11, and the 6 in the top 5 starting positions. And they are off with a fight for first between Kyle Busch and Eric Jones. Eric Jones now the race leader quickly as coming off the green flag as the double file turns into a single file. Kyle Busch back into the lead, top 5, lap 5. Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Blake Koch, and Ryan Reed. No big gaps forming just yet. The 18, 20, and 19 in the top 3, average speed in the 130s. And as we complete the first 10 laps, the gap now forms. Kyle Busch now with a 2-second lead on still second place Eric Jones, a 2.191 at lap 14. Top 5, lap 25, Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon, and Blake Koch. A desert showdown for the Xfinity Series drivers, but not much activity thus far as the first 40 laps come to completion. Austin Dillon does take second from Daniel Suarez. Suarez down to third, so now we have the 18, 20, and the 2, and then all of a sudden some dishing and swishing as the leaders really mix and mingle with lap traffic, and a battle for the lead once again between the 20 and the 18. Kyle Busch continuing to lead the pack with a 2.5 second lead. Live from Phoenix, it was Kyle Busch live. Then we get caution number 1, lap 48, 2 laps shy of the quarterway mark. Caution number 1 for debris on the front stretch. We start at lap 55. Kyle Busch in the lead, Austin Dillon second, Eric Jones down to third, and then we get caution number 2 at lap 55. And a crazy wreck, the 88, Alex Bowman. Yes, Alex Bowman drove the 88 on Sunday Sprint Cup Series race and on Saturday. 88, Alex Bowman into the wall, sparks and flames. This was a crazy one. Question number 2, fire in the left front. And now we got some activity. Restart lap 64 with Kyle Busch, Austin Daniel Suarez in the top 3, Eric Jones in 4th, Ryan Reed sitting in 5th there, and Eric Jones makes a big move, moving up from 4th back to 2nd, and the fight for first resumes. Only a half second now separating the 18 and the 20. Daniel Suarez and Austin Dillon fighting for 3rd, side-by-side battle between the 19 and the 2. Dillon running 3rd, Suarez running 4th, lap 76 through 77, nitty-gritty, and now we got the 18, 20, and the 19 in the top 3. Suarez finally passing Austin Dillon. Dillon drops down to 4th. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch putting a 2.9 second lead on second place Eric Jones. Closing in on lap 80, Kyle Busch has already led over 70 plus laps. And after 94 laps of green flag racing, we get our third caution this was for Jeff Green's 99 car into the outside wall. Heavy braking an issue at Phoenix. Restart at lap 100. After a crazy pit stop, though, Eric Jones drops down to 18th, sitting on the cut line. Ross Chastain's number 4 penalized for uncontrolled tire. Eric Jones, however, he overshot his pit box, and he got penalized and had to restart in the back of the longest line. Restart lap 100 at the race halfway mark, and a new leader, Ty Dillon, the number 2 car, Kyle Busch in 2nd, and Austin Dillon in the number 3 in 3rd. They did have to review this restart, but nothing came of it, and just 2 laps after this restart, Kyle Busch retakes the lead. So now we got the 18, 2, and the 3 top 3. Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon up to 2nd, Ty Dillon down to 3rd. A desert dish and swish for the championship 4. And then we get question number 4, lap 104. This would be for Ray Black Jr. 07, who gets into the outside wall, turn 1. Ryan Priest, driver of the 01, is the lucky dog. A restart lap 112, 18, 2, and 3 in the top 3, still with 88 to go. Fast and Furious in Phoenix, top 5, lap 125 with 75 to go. It's Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, Daniel Suarez, Darrell Wallace Jr., and Ty Dillon now inside the closing laps of the 200 lapper as Kyle Busch continues to dominate in the desert. Once again, a Sprint Cup driver, the star of the show. And still in the show, Kyle Busch with a 3.5 second lead on Austin Dillon, who was running second, a 3.7 at lap 137. Then we get caution number 5 at lap 139. This would be for Brendan Gowen. He goes into the wall, going 62 at turn number 1. Restart lap 147, and the field is shuffled now because it's Kyle Busch, Daniel Suarez, Justin Allgaier, Brad Keselowski, and Ryan Reed in the top 5 going into this restart. 18-7, 19 top 3, and then we get caution number 6, and this a big one, a little big one, but still a big one. Darrell Wallace Jr., man, this pulled the plug on his chase standings right here. Darrell Wallace Jr., number 6, gets losing into the infield wall, and then a bunch of others get collected. This would bring out the 6th caution and a red flag. 6 inside the 11, then the 11, and then contacts with the 11, and then the chart, and then the chain of events. Fortunately, Bubba Wallace Jr. did come out of the medical center hard on his own power, a hard hit on the inside wall. Always good to see that a driver is all right. The 0-24 and the 51 also get collected. The 0, Garrett Smithley, Corey LaHoy, the 24, the 51 of Jeremy Clements. We get back to yellow at 9:51 Eastern Time, and then we go back to green at lap 154 inside of the final 50. Justin Allgaier in the lead into this restart, and now a battle for the lead between the 7 and the 18, but Kyle Busch back in front at lap 155, 18-7, 19 top 3, Busch, Allgaier, and Suarez. A nitty-gritty inside pass gets the 18 back in front. Kyle Busch at lap 160 with a 1.876 second lead on now second place Justin Allgaier as we now start the last 40. A 2.058 at lap 163. A lot of energy in the 18 NOS Energy Camry on Saturday, and then we get to lap 180, the start of the last 20. 22 cars on the lead lap, 18-7, and the 19 still in the top 3, but the 7 car, they were having some fuel issues. Lap 190 starts the last 10. Kyle Busch is leading now 5 seconds, over 5 seconds, man. And then at lap 195, the final 5. Final 5, top 5. Kyle Busch, Justin Allgaier, Austin Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Daniel Suarez. Kyle Busch's lead, 6.5 seconds. And here we go. White flag in the air, lap 199. Checkered flag, lap 200. And the winner of the Ticket Galaxy 200, Kyle Busch, 87th NASCAR Xfinity Series career win, 10th career win at Phoenix. Top 5 finishes on Saturday. Kyle Busch for the win. Austin Dillon comes in second. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. comes in third. He was in the number 60 car. Justin Allgaier comes in fourth. And fifth, it's Daniel Suarez, 18-2-67. And the 19, Eric Jones, finished in 10th. Elliott Sadler, and then they had to do, and then there was a little bit of drama after this race. Elliott Sadler's number 1 getting inspected by the officials. Officials out there taking pictures. They were looking at the lug nuts. All right, and it looked like a DOT inspection out there, and officials still were checking out the number 1 car. This was getting serious. The race was over. Kyle Busch on victory lane and all that stuff, and they were still checking out their number 1 car. But here was now apparently this was his second, because I think there was a first violation in Texas in which the crew chief Kevin Mandering got fined. This time he got suspended, so they don't have their crew chief coming up this weekend at Homestead. But for Elliott Sadler's number 1 team, this is their second lug nut issue. First one at Texas the week before, and they got a 15-point deduction, and that's 15-point, and they were waiting because if Elliott Sadler would have gotten a 15-point deduction at Phoenix, that would have knocked him out of the chase, and the next guy below him would have been Blake Koch, and that would have got him got Blake Koch back in it. So that was the issue. But after a little while, they just came up and they decided that they suspended the number 1 crew chief. I don't know if there's any point deduction or nothing, so we'll find out. Usually midweek you get any news on post-race stuff, but the last race at Phoenix, Kevin Mendering will not be there. So that was a little bit of drama on Saturday. So the championship 4, here we go. Daniel Suarez, Elliott Sadler, Eric Jones, and Justin Allgaier. And the four that got cut, Blake Koch, Ryan Reed, Darrell Wallace Jr., and Brandon Gowen. Motorsports Radio race info for this race on Saturday: 4 leaders, 6 lead changes, top speed 134.198 miles per hour, fastest lap 26.826 seconds, 7 cautions, 39 yellow flag laps, and the race time was 2 hours 6 minutes and 57 seconds. And so the final NASCAR Xfinity Series race of 2016 is this Saturday from Homestead. So things are winding down for sure. All right, that's going to do it. Over on MR1, we have Sprint Cup Series race. We broke that down. Motorsportsradio.net. MR2, we got Xfinity Series. And then on MR3, we're going to have the trucks. MR5, we're going to have full results from all of this weekend's racing, from all the drivers, NASCAR and Formula One. And that's going to do it for today. Thank you for tuning in. This is Manny A. You're at the home of Motorsports Talk, motorsportsradio.net.